we are here at this time, and we bid you greetings, and thank you very much for the opportunity of this interaction today. I am Adronis of Sirius, sending love, appreciation, and gratitude to all who are tuning in to this broadcast through your internet collective consciousness. We will elaborate further as it relates to what has been shared previously regarding the event, as well as how it mixes together and interlocks with fourth density. The event is fourth density. Fourth density is the event, as we have shared previously. The event represents that of the earth unveiled. You are now going through this process that is going to intensify during what you would know as your highly, shall we say, potent energetic gateways that will be happening. Very much to what you would know as your new moon, your full moon, your equinox, your upcoming winter solstice. These are all gateways, and they are really no more different than looking at the analogy of moving up larger steps until you come to a plateau. And this plateau is showing a very large tally up as it relates to these energies that are coming upon your planet. The reason why so many of these intense factors are now being placed upon your planet is that you have reached such a very strong, intense amount of change throughout your civilization that it is now able to proceed to the next level. Which means even though a lot has been stirring up, even though a lot of chaos may seem rampant within your own reality, this is giving the cue as it represents moving yourself up these very large stairs. We would state that your month of September will be one of these very intense points, beginning around the times between September 15th to September 22nd. Now again, this is only representing an particular point, that of your own equinox, and that this is an intense tally-up point between September 15th and September 22nd. During this time, there will be a greater discharge, as it were, relating to planetary energies. There may also be quite the possibility in regards to coronal mass ejections that may be happening shortly before or during this particular time that is now going to engulf your planet, increasing the amount of aurora activity on your world. Again, this is only just a proximity possibility. But we feel that this upcoming equinox, your autumnal equinox, is going to be a very, very intense one for the year of 2017. Far more intense than in your previous year of 2016. So between September 15th and September 22nd, this is a very large step moving yourself up towards the event. Now the event, again, as we have stated, is a process. It is a sequence. It is not just basically one simple thing and that's it with no forewarning. But basically, you are moving into this large step. As you move more into this large step, it is important to realize that much of these changes are subjective. Many of you will notice that there will be increases relating to your own, shall we say, moods, your own behaviors. There may be sudden attempts to move into a new line of work, sudden attempts to separate yourself from old colleagues, old friends, perhaps even partnerships as well. This is going to continue to increase because basically what's happening on an energetic level is this unzipping of veils and being able to feel this breach. And this breach would represent yourself and all of those that have represented some type of intense association with you. This can basically be what you would know as an all or nothing climax, representing that When you are truly on a level with others of like mind, they will unzip themselves and moving more into a breach point where you are shifting into a reality that connotates their own presence as it relates to them functioning as catalyst. You may also notice the opposite, that relationships may break apart. Friendships may break apart. The idea of your work, co-workers, bosses, etc. may start to break apart more, especially around the time of August to this time of September. So again, we are letting you know that there are very intense tally-up points coming together, specifically within the time of your autumnal equinox. But this is leading to another large event that is taking place upon your planet through the means, again, within around that range of another possible coronal mass ejection. Now, basically, there has been a previous coronal mass ejection taking place here within your past, shall we say, week or so. This, again, is stirring the pot, basically seeing a very large cauldron and seeing the fire under it beginning to inflame intensely. When you move into your time of September, you'll notice that this flame will start to become even more intense, that it may seem that the cauldron itself is completely engulfed in it. So that is primarily what is leading to the buildup of your autumnal equinox between around the times of September 15th to September 22nd, 2017. Again, there will be many different arenas upon your planet that will be affected by this shift. Again, many of them have many different probabilities as it relates to that. Some may start to see, again, behavioral changes in regards to their elected leaders. They may start to see, actually, again, other particular forms of heated up situations that may lead to other false flag-based events. There may also be, in that sense, certain forms of turncoats that may start to use this time to shift and create greater states of exposure and disclosure as it relates to other systems that are attempting to be brought down behind the scenes right now. And that is this particular time, through this crossing of a threshold, moving yourself further into the event. But moving more into fourth density is where you are going. This is what many of you may start to realize now, is that you're shifting beyond the idea of the limitation of time and space. You are now starting to receive foresight. You are now starting to receive vision. And realizing that you are now giving yourself opportunities to align to a dimensional line, to a reality, to a timeline that is more clandestine to your energies as it represents the natural, genuine cause of the effect that you wish to flow with. So we would encourage this. This is why you're having breakaways. This is why there is a divide, a particular form of breach that is now unzipping itself. You may also notice that there will be further opportunities for other particular phenomena as it relates to extraterrestrial disclosure taking place between your August and September months, quite possibly. Nothing that is highly extravagant, but something that is again bringing about curiosity. We would say more so of dossiers, of documents that are now being unclassified, that are now attempting to have, shall we say, somewhat to the degree of a data dump. But this data dump, again, would still be within your grassroots. We do not feel, again, that it would reach too much of the mainstream, and if it does, it would be quite minor or basically convoluted in that way. So this is something that could also possibly happen primarily around August or September. We would give approximately a 77% probability of this. Moving more into the end of your 2017 year would move it up to about 80 to 83%. So again, there is a lot upon the horizon where you are moving yourselves toward. But you are noticing more of this physical splitting. You are noticing that people who have not been of benefit to you, people who have represent catalysts that you are now shedding away, starting to peel away the veils, are now starting to reach this other side of the divide. That is not to say that they are disharmonious. It's the idea that the conclusion of their magnetism, that is what has made them cohesive to your own reality, is now starting to break away because you are intensely peeling away these layers, evening after evening, night after night, every time you go to sleep. More of these veils are being peeled off like the peel of a banana. And that is what you are all moving to together. But working together with the event is to connect together into fourth density. Working together in fourth density, it can be possible that many of you will start to notice the interaction with other fourth density beings. You would simply see them as states of projections. Now, these projections in that sense are not fully solid. What we mean by that is not referring to them in a physical way, but being able to see the idea of instances of fourth density beings that are sharing the same space as yourself, but may not be clandestinely connected together with you in the idea of what you would know as a full-out experience or a permanent experience relating to someone within your inner circle. So basically what we mean is that what you would refer to as minor role players can in fact be parts of these fourth density beings that are overlaying themselves together with you. They are human just like yourself. They do not have a full state of interaction, and in that sense that we said is that it's going to be a minor player interaction. So it could start off with something as simple as a greeting. Someone who is reminding you of your own connections, reminding you of your own path. Basically what's happening is the earth is now gelling, bonding itself together with its fourth density counterpart. And we're seeing more of this rainbow bridge actually being able to culminate together into a state of sealing right now. So if you took one earth and another, and being able to squeeze them together and creating an overlay like a vesica piscis, then the idea of the rainbow bridge is creating this event horizon, this circle of sealing that is coming together. This will still be much more of a gradual process, but that is primarily what's happening right now, is this overlay of different cities over different cities, overlay of different people over different people. There's no real easy way to explain this, other than the idea of having a patch of a person existing in another density-based earth that is able to interact with you, but is not able to give the full clandestine aspect of themselves. So basically seeing them as a type of afterthought, being able to see them again as this minor player that is helping to guide you, as it represents an instance of yourself that relays itself into that fourth density approach. So it is a merging between the instances of fourth density and third density that are culminating together as these characters that are guiding you along the way, reminding you of your journey into the fourth density earth where they themselves exist in that particular type of reality front. So that is what we can share as what's happening upon your planet right now. Much of the people that you may be newly introduced to are that of fourth density citizens relating to that of this earth. So again, they may not be in full scope right now, but they are moving more and more into this transitional phase, working together in alignment with you. This is all part of a fourth density side effect. Being able to look into these different realities that are bonding with you and sharing its space with you and interacting together with you to remind you of the journey of what you have decided to experience as you venture further into fourth density through consciousness, through mentality, and working in transition physically towards that domain. We thank you very much for the opportunity of this interaction today. I am Adronis of Sirius, and we now return to the conduit. We will speak to you again, as now is forever, and all is one. Goodbye for now.